everyone, this week I decided to put together a video going over what got me into game development. So let's rewind back to 2004. World of Warcraft was just released. I had just finished playing Warcraft 3, the Frozen Throne expansion. I had played Warcraft 3 before then, played it online a whole bunch, played through the story. I don't really focus on stories that much, but in this particular game I did. My stepdad was huge into video games, so we would frequent the local GameStop as well as Best Buy. Oftentimes I'd be walking through the PC section because at the time I had played the PC most often. Again, Frozen Throne expansion pack. We came across World of Warcraft. We thought it was just another Warcraft 3, but it turns out that when we brought it home, installed the game, we had to actually sign up for an account, and then we had to actually pay monthly for it. And my stepdad was like, well, is this something that you want to try out? I said, sure, why not? Like, I played Warcraft 3 before, fell in love with the game after that. You were thrown into the world. So I played that for a long time. I was also drawing a lot in school. I wasn't sure what I really wanted to do. I ended up watching a lot of Mythbusters where they were making robots, destroying different things. I also watched that show where they have the robots go head-to-head, bot battle, robot fighters. I don't know exactly what it was called. At the time, I wanted to make robots. Like, I want to make robots that fight different people.
Your move, creep.
And I also want to be a Mythbuster. But I was like, it's too, I'm not too certain. Like, it was just too much within that. So then I was in high school at the time. I was playing a lot of World of Warcraft. I actually started playing World of Warcraft in 8th grade. Kept it secret for a really, really long time. I started to break out of my shell eventually. Started to play D&D. Started to talk more about being a nerd, embracing it, not really caring what people were thinking. So yeah, anyways, playing World of Warcraft a lot. In school, I had an art class. One of my teachers told me specifically, looking at my artwork, they said, hey, you could have a career in this. And after she said that, something clicked in my mind where I was like, maybe I actually can pursue this. It just felt good to have someone believing in me for something specific. So I took that, looked at some schools. I was looking at Columbia, specifically here in Chicago, at illustration positions, but it required a lot of traditional painting, which I hadn't had that much experience with. But then I scrolled down and I saw a game development section. And I thought to myself, I'm playing video games all the time, and we're trying to almost like with me and my cousins, we were creating these worlds and these games and stuff outside of our video gaming sessions. We always wanted to be we wanted to play a game that was like real life or was close enough to real life. So either way, I was playing a lot of World of Warcraft, playing a lot of video games, creating a lot of worlds on the side, drawing a bunch of stuff, and then I found that on Columbia's website. But then I started to look at some other schools, another school called the International Academy of Design and Technology, abbreviated to IADT. It turned into Sanford Brown and is now closed. I learned a lot of general programs from there, but again, getting back to what we were talking about before, what got me into game development, mainly I can attribute a lot of it to World of Warcraft because of the art style, the game itself, and the social aspect. I used to never talk to anybody. I used to be very quiet, and World of Warcraft allowed me to break out of my shell because I was hiding behind a video game character. I was able to formulate my sentences by typing them out. I was able to formulate my responses through Ventrilo or talking with people online. And then when I got to college once I got out of high school, went to college for video game development, I felt like I was in my ultimate zone. You know, I could talk to people that were going to school for the same thing, could express my passions. I still need that. That's why I still go on Twitch and still talk to people who are passionate about art. But yeah, that's what got me into game development, essentially. Another thing I wanted to talk about was how I live my day-to-day life, or how I have lived my day-to-day life through my day jobs, and essentially made my day jobs more fun than they actually were. I can pretty much kind of tell you how I personally built upon that, and I learned something new from every day job that I go to. In these jobs, what I will do personally to make them more fun is I treat my day-to-day like a quest or like a video game in itself. I have a task to do at work. I have a certain amount of hours to get it done. I want to see how much I can get done. It's almost like you're achievement hunting. So I would pick individual things. We'll use my current job as an example. I work at Geek Squad at Best Buy. So I have a certain number of computers I have to complete a day. I have to complete essentially 6 computers. If I can complete more, that's awesome. Think of that quest log. Think of 6 quests that you have. Complete this person's computer, complete this person's computer, etc., etc. So I would just tick those off, and I enjoy seeing those quests be completed, and then I hand it in at the end of the day. Ultimately, in the end, you get gold, you get your paycheck.
I love gold.
So I would encourage you guys to kind of try to adjust your job and treat it as like a video game in a sense, because you'll get through it a lot easier that way. I can go over this more in depth on Twitch. I just figured I would kind of give you a little tidbit of what kind of gets me through my day-to-day. So yeah, I would like to hear about you guys, what got you into your craft, whether it's game development, whether it's mechanical engineering, whether it's something else completely different. But yeah, if you guys are into art or into game development, I'd like to hear what initially got you into it. If you could, please post in the comments or find me live on Twitch. Most nights I try to stream at 11 p.m. Central. You can find me on all the other social media. I'll provide links in the description. Feel free to subscribe to us. I'm gonna try to make one of these a week, just as a decompression, video, something to go over what I've been doing. I'm still currently working on my video game character project, so I'll keep you guys updated on that in the Discord. Again, I will provide a Discord link in this video. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for following. Thank you for subscribing. And of course, thank you for joining the Dead. Have a good one.